Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to make little mug rugs to match our placemats that we've been working on. And it's going to be super easy. Let me turn my sewing machine on. There it is. And this is what it looks like. Very much it's basically the center square of the placemat that we were working on, but I did a little 4-patch in the center. Now you could use the charm squares that came with, but I had a bunch of leftover of these, the big charms. I'm going to turn you guys down so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to scoot you back just a hair. Okay, so I just took 2 of my, actually I want to do this one. I love this fabric because the other one has the butterfly in it. I think I'm going to do those 2. I'm just going to take that and sit it. You could take the strips and cut those. I mean, you could take the strip and cut those, but it's so easy just to take your charm square. This is a 2.5-inch ruler, and I can just line this up on the side. And I'm going to stack these together. And I'm just cutting mini charms out of these. I was saving those for something else. Okay, so there's 2 of those. And I'm just going to do it again with this one. I could have stacked those up, but it is okay. So I'm just taking 1 charm square, cutting it in half, and cutting it in half. We're doing mini charms. Now, take 2 of these and 2 of these. And we're going to make a 4-patch, right? My hands are so dry, I cannot get a hold. Here we go. Like so. Now we just sew them together. And we're using the same exact technique that we used on the placemats. It's just the center is a 4-patch. Okay. And I'm going to press these to the darker pattern. I'm just going to finger press it for now. And then we're going to flip over. I'm going to line up my seams here. My hands are so dry. Okay. And my glasses are down here. Let's get those out of my way. And there we go. Pretty close, pretty close. I'm just going to, same thing, finger press. And I'm going to hit it with the iron really quick. I'm going to move this out of the way so it doesn't melt my plastic. And then I'm going to kind of square up my square because she got a little wonky. That's fine, no big deal. Okay. And just remember what line I was on, and then I'm going to go all the way around. And I'm just going to square up this square. I didn't square up the other square, but there we go. That looks a lot better. There we go. She is squared up. So now we're going to take 2 of my scrap pieces, and we can alternate the colors. Okay. I'm going to give just a quick press because they've gotten kind of wrinkled because they've been just laying here on my desk. Or if you want to do like the 2 darks, like this one, you could do this, because the light color gets dirtier easy. So I think I'm going to use the 2 darker colors. Yes. And trimming the selvage. I'm looking to see if I have smaller chunks of it laying around here anywhere. I might get away with that one. Looking to see what I have in my scraps. Okay. Nope. Okay, so we're going to start just like we did, and we're going to leave a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to pick this up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and measure my 2 inches, and I will cut it, and it'll be easier to work with than having this big long tail. Okay, so 2 inches. Leaving a 1/2 inch or more. Okay, so I have a 1/2 inch. I'm going to fold this back. Take my other piece and I'm just eyeballing that one. Still got this long tail, so I'm going to flip it, measure out my 2 inches. Okay, flip this back, and we're going to close that seam up. Ouch. And this is actually going to be a little bit smaller because I squared up my square, so it's actually going to be a little less. Okay, right here, because I squared it up, remember? And seam going to the outside. I'm just going to line this up, trim that off, turn it, go to the next one, which we're going to use this guy here. Yeah. The dust, the lint off the cloth is getting to me. Mercy. Pardon me. I'm going to go get some water. Okay. We're just going to continue going around. Straighten you up. Man. It's a good little crumb. I'm going to keep that. Okay. Then flip this guy over. Finish sewing it. All right, guys. When I get this block done, you've seen me do the placemat, but this is the same thing. I'll be right back for our next step. Okay, guys. Next up, let me just see if I can straighten you up a hair here. A little crooked. You're going to need some interfacing, and I'm using the Pellon 101. This, and I got this at Walmart. It was pretty, you know, reasonable. I think it was like $6, and there's quite a bit in there. And so I'm going to take the interfacing out, put my rulers away, and did I just pick up my project and put in the scrap box? Because I was cleaning up. Did I pick up the whole thing? I did pick up the whole thing. I've been keeping my scraps. I throw them in this box over here. Okay, so here is our finished square. I'm going to hit it with an iron just really quickly. And a little bit of steam. Get it flat. Okay. So I'm going to roll out my interfacing, and I should have a piece here about big enough. Hopefully. Oh, it's not quite big enough. That's okay. We will use this piece here. And I want to try to get it pretty close to my size. And then I'm going to take my ruler and just cut it. Okay, just like that. Being careful not to cut yourself. And there we go. So there is my interfacing cut. So I'm going to roll this back up, fold it back, and I'll put it back in its little plastic cover so it's protected. So I have my mug rack top, I have my interfacing, and then I found these little scrappy bits here that I can use for backing. This is what I've used on the back for the other one. Oops, like that. So I think on this one I want to use this guy here. That was my little baby ruler falling. So again, I'm just going to hit it quickly. The iron, because it's been folded up for a while. Okay. And this is, like I said, it's just a scrap piece. So I'm going to lay it out just a hair bit bigger. Kind of like a sandwich, you know, you're making your sandwich. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to turn it. Can you guys see? And that's not, I'm not even really going to worry about keeping that. So now I'm going to take the top off, and I'm going to flip this down so that the wrong side is up, and there is a gritty side to this, kind of a textury side. I don't know if you can see the shine on it, but there's also a shine that is the glue. Then there is a non-texture side, a smooth side. So I'm going to put this glue side down on here, and I'm going to turn you a little bit so you can see. Put this on my wool mat, and you're going to need a damp washcloth, and I've already wet this one down and wring it out. I'm going to lay it over. I'm going to take my iron, and I'm just going to sit it there for about 10 seconds. Hot. And guys, these wool mats, I got mine on Amazon, I think for under $20. That should be good. Okay. I'm going to take that off, and this is screaming hot. And I'm just going to lay it back there. I think I have another one back there. And now this should be attached. I'm going to give this a second to kind of cool down. Now this is attached to this, and it stabilizes it. Okay. I'm going to put wrong sides together. And your interfacing will be on the back. And then wrong sides together. Okay. And then we're just going to sew around, leaving enough room that you can flip this out. All right. Okay. Bring you over here so you can see. I'm going to start just past my center here. I'm going to back it up just so when I'm turning it, it's not tearing that seam. Pivot. Pivot. Keeping her smoothed out. Okay, there is where I'm going back to. Are any of you guys watching Stranger Things or Obi-Wan Kenobi? Now that the Johnny Depp trial is over, it's like, what do we watch? Pivot. Ooh, that side about got off of here. It's okay. It's all going to get trimmed down anyway. And back. Leave me a space to turn. But before I turn, I'm going to turn you guys back around. Snip these corners. Get pretty close to your threads, but don't cut your threads. Okay. And then I'm going to take my ruler. And we're going to trim off some of this excess here. No big deal. Just just going to go all the way around and clean that up. Okay. All right. Cleaned up that edge. I'm going to find my opening, which is here. And I'm going to get up in there. I should have left it a little bit bigger, but it's okay. And I'm going to take my corners and I'm going to start poking my corners. I have a pencil that the lead has come out of. So I was using this pencil to poke my corners through. It worked really well, so I'm going to do that again. If you have a tool that pokes your corners, use it. But this pencil, since it doesn't have a lid, it worked really good. Okay, and I'm going to come get this corner. I'm poking all my corners first, pushing my corners out. One more corner. Yeah, I should have left the opening up just a little bit more, but hey, you know, we'll make it work. Poking that corner out. Now that you got all your corners poked out, just start working all of it out. Start cramming it all through. Just like that. And yes, she's wrinkled. It's okay. We have iron. So I'm just going to hit it quickly with iron just to kind of smooth her out. Okay. And I noticed this corner over here. Double check your corners. Could use another poke. There we go. So now you have this little opening down here that you left open. So we're just going to take that and turn both of those guys in. If there's any threads sticking, just poke those back, fold them down here, and then I'm going to iron that. Just set it where it's going to lay like that. Okay, so I have ironed the opening, and then we're just going to run around the edge. Take you guys back over here. Really close to the edge. Trying to get it seated where I want it. That's pretty good right there. Okay, I can go like one more thread. There we go. And this is how we're going to finish the placemats. Same way. Okay. Once more, I'm going to give it an iron. I'm going to flip it over on the back. Give that an iron. Steam it. And there it is. There's your mug rug. Now I went in and stitched these little squares on my other one. Just gonna cut that. Little threads. Just cleaning up. Little threads. But that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and just stitch around this square, and then I'll go back in and go through the center of the square. But there is a little mug rug to match our placemats. So our next video, guys, we'll be finishing up the placemats, and we're going to do them the exact same way, just on it's just going to be a bigger size. But I thought that was really cute, just to have the little mug rugs to go with them. Super cute. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. In our next video, we'll be finishing up the placemats. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.